Hello, I'm Game Retainer, and in this video I'm going to be going over some of the best ways to gain XP in TCG Card Shop Simulator. Let's dive right in. The first and one of the most important ways of gaining more XP is by increasing your customer count. There are a couple of things you can do to increase the amount of customers that can be in your store at any given time. As you can see, if I go outside, if you compare this to a day one store exterior, there are so many more customers walking around the streets. I know my store is closed, but still, there are lots of people walking around. The reason for that is a combination of my store level, which is level 100, and my upgrades, which are maxed out. The more expansions you buy, the more customers you can have in your store at any given time. The more customers you have in your store, the more sales you'll make. The more sales you'll make, the more XP you gain. The next way to gain some extra XP is to price things reasonably. I try and keep as close to market price as possible while still making profit. Preferably, I like to be a little under the market price. That, in my view, increases sales a bit. And since sales and XP are linked, the more you sell or the more individual items you sell, the more you'll make in XP. So instead of a customer coming over and grabbing one of these, if it's priced at $33, they might grab 3 or 4 of these because they're priced at $29. It is a random number generator in the background, so when a customer decides to buy something from a shelf, they will select a number at random between 1 and however many items are on the shelf. However, their decision to buy an item in the first place comes down to the cost of the item on the shelf. The more expensive the item is, the less chance of the customer deciding to make a purchase. So to gain more XP, it's worth going through at least once every other day and checking prices and just seeing how close to market value you can get while still making a profit. It does help. You might lose a little money in the short term, but in the long term, you'll make more XP. And as said with the previous entry, the higher your shop level, the more customers you'll get. The more customers you'll get, the more sales you'll get. And it kind of snowballs from there. The next way you can make lots of extra XP is by using the Workbench. Now, a lot of players seem to struggle figuring out how to use the Workbench, and for those players, I've got a video that I'll link to on the screen somewhere now, breaking it down how to use it. We all open packs, or most players will open packs on a daily basis or near daily basis. As we try and collect one of each card, we'll end up with hundreds of duplicates, if not thousands. If I go into here and I arrange by total value, and I scroll through a page, look, 600 of those, 500 of those, you end up with so many low value cards. Box them up, sell them on your shelf. The base ones, they don't go for a lot, but when you get some of the more pricier cards, just going to change that price, you make a nice amount. And since the cards are sat there anyway, since you've opened the pack, you can sell the individuals and make a nice bit of money for the high value cards, but bundle up all the low value cards and sell them for some extra money. But as I said, check out the Workbench video for more details on that. The next way to gain some extra XP is to remove some of your play tables. Keep a couple. This one may seem counterintuitive, but as I mentioned in the first entry, you can only have a certain amount of customers in your store at any given time. If customers come in and sit down at these tables, then other customers can't come in, because once the limit's been hit, no more can come in. These are good, and it's worth having a couple. One thing you can do, and I find myself doing quite a lot, is you can press Q to kick customers off the table. And what that'll do is that will either hurry them to the exit or usher them towards buying stock. Either way, it helps increase customer flow. The faster customers come in and out of your store, the faster you'll make sales, the more XP you'll gain. The next thing you can do to make more XP is to serve customers as quickly as possible. For the most part, when you hire employees, they are slow. Even the very fast ones are pretty slow at serving customers. So, especially when queues start building up, hop on the register and serve people as quickly as possible. As I've mentioned several times already, and I'll probably mention again before the end of this video, you can only have a certain amount of customers in your store. The quicker you get one customer out, the quicker another one can make their way in. To finish off, I'm not going to talk about opening packs because we all know how important that is. And I'm not going to talk about this method for money-making purposes. But I'm sure by now, most players will know that the best way to make money in TCG Card Shop Simulator is to only stock one type of item on your shelf. Preferably a booster box. And in an ideal world, store it on a wide shelf because you can hold more boxes. If there's no other options, no card tables, no play tables, no nothing, customers will come up and the ones who aren't looking for anything in particular will buy from here, providing they're priced reasonably. As you can see, that's priced pretty nicely, and I'll make $49 profit, but the profit's not important. What is important is the XP. Not only will you make tens of thousands of dollars a day by doing this method, you will also make thousands of XP points, tens of thousands even. At the time of recording, it is, without a doubt, the best way of making XP fast in the game. But before I let you go, I'll open a few packs in the hopes of getting something nice. This list doesn't contain every way of making XP in the game, but in my experience, the things I've mentioned are among the best things to keep in mind. So hopefully you found this interesting. If you've got anything else to add, please let me know in the comments. And I hope to catch you guys in the next video.